Now, I love Bob, don't get me wrong, but I wouldn't marry him. Not again, anyway. Do you know what happened here last night? Well, Bob likes to talk in his sleep. I mean, he won't even talk when he's awake, okay? So, last night, in bed, I hear him say, clear as day, Porsche. Now, Bob's got this thing for cars that we can't even afford, which is why we have to walk everywhere. Anyway, I hear him say, Porsche, and I'm lying there thinking, I can't stand this anymore. I'm gonna go fucking crazy. So I decide to go outside and sit on the porch. And as I'm sitting there, I can hear this noise by my ear, and it sounds a kind of like a, and as I turn my head, I can see like 5 inches from my ear are these things, these gooey things, like gooey egg whites, like this big, and they're going like this, like, and well, you know, I watched until they finished, because let's face it, I'm not getting any action tonight, and then they just kind of ease their way up into the treetops, like in this glob of snot, and they're glimmering or glistening almost in the porch light. And as I watched them, I'm thinking, that's where Bob and I am. Well, that's where Bob and I are, that's where we are. So Bob's driving Porsches in his sleep, and I'm an insomniac watching slugs fuck in the moonlight. Look, during the last 5 years of our marriage, I was scared and very unhappy. And in my mind, I had no other choice but to leave. And at the time, I felt that I was a terrible person and that my son would be better off without me. And it wasn't until I got to California that I realised, after getting into therapy, that I wasn't such a terrible person after all. And just because I needed some sort of creative or emotional outlet other than my child, that didn't make me unfit to be a mother. I know I left my son, and I know that that's a terrible thing to do. Believe me, I have to live with that every day for the rest of my life. But in order to leave him, I had to believe that it was the only thing that I could do, and that it was the best thing for him. However, I've since gotten into therapy, and I've worked very, very hard to become a whole human being, and I don't think I should be punished for that. And I don't think my little boy should be punished. Billy is only 7 years old. He needs me. And I'm not saying that he doesn't need his father, but he needs me more. I was his mum for 5.5 years. And Ted took over that role for 18 months. But I don't know how anybody can tell me that I have any less of a stake in mothering that little boy than Mr. Kramer does. Like, I'm his mother. I am his mother.